Gigabash. Oh, Gigabash is here. Good morning, after evening, my beautiful people. My name is All Night, and yes, the next DLC character for the Godzilla Nemesis DLC 2 for Gigabash has been revealed today, and it is... That doesn't look like Space Godzilla. Nah, I think if we are being honest with ourselves, the next Godzilla DLC character has been revealed, and let's be honest, it's Hedorah. I think as long as you're not huffing nearly as much copium as myself, you can take a look at Gigabash's latest tweet saying, "Our industrial irresponsibility shall not go unpunished. Are we ready to face our reckoning?" Stay tuned for more news on #Gigabash. For those of you that don't know who Hedorah is a Godzilla monster that has appeared in 2 movies. Godzilla vs. the Smog Monster, also known as Hedorah, and Godzilla Final Wars. I myself have never really been a Hedorah stan. I am aware of the Showa era of Godzilla. I appreciate it, but I've never seen a single Showa era Godzilla movie. Fake fan, I know. On top of the news of Hedorah being our next DLC character for Gigabash, there's one thing that I gotta clarify from my last video covering the Gigabash DLC. Straight from the developers and Gormaru himself, there's actually some clarification on what DLC Season 3 for Gigabash is going to look like. Contrary to the last DLC, which was a 4-character DLC, the upcoming DLC pack here for Godzilla Nemesis DLC, it's only going to include 2 fighters. Basically, the reasoning for this is so that the developers can basically get the licenses of these characters and develop them in real time and get them out faster while also charging you less for them. And that is a very key distinction here. Please know, this DLC is not going to cost $10 like the last 4 packs have. If I can do math enough, as far as my college brain can tell me, it's probably going to be like $5 for this DLC. Which, $5 for 2 characters added to the game, I think that is reasonable. So with the fact that this is only a 2-character pack, thus far, we definitely have 2 monsters essentially confirmed. Ghidorah is on his way, and now Hedorah. Is that not going to get really weirdly confusing for people to say? Is it Hedorah? Hedorah. Hedorah. Ghidorah, Hedorah. Dora. This is what brain rot looks like, kids. This is what brain rot looks like. And contrary to the last teaser, there's really no need for me to go frame by frame here. This is very clearly a slime monster and the talks of the industrial aspect to this. I think this is brutally clear who this character is at this point. So with the final character of this pack revealed, all we really have to wait on is that gameplay trailer and for the DLC to release this coming Thursday. I'm kinda hyped, man, because when you think about it here, especially with them changing their DLC methodology up with it being a 2-pack, I can see Gigabash's roster exploding exponentially. And over time, developing a Godzilla tokusatsu roster that other, kaiju fighting games could only dream of. I mean, I feel like people are still forgetting that we have Ultraman in Gigabash. We have Ultraman who can fight Godzilla. We just need Gamera, man. We need Gamera and something from Super Sentai. We need Gamera, a Power Rangers Megazord. Y'all make it happen. So now with the DLC just upon us, I would encourage you guys to subscribe while you have the chance, because not only will I be covering my reaction to the inevitable gameplay trailer for this DLC, but also the eventual DLC that comes out. I will be posting a review for it, you can guarantee it. And maybe like this video in the meantime. Show the algorithm a little bit of that love, you know what I mean? But not just looking forward to the DLC, but looking forward to future DLCs that could potentially come to Gigabash. Now that we know that their methods are going to slightly change with some of these DLC packs, instead of being 4 packs and being 2 packs, I've got some ideas. The first and most obvious one, the Dino Megazord and the Dragon Zord from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. If Passion Republic could pull this off, the internet would be caught ablaze. I think these two could be a really sick DLC pack, because you've got two very unique fighting styles. You've got a mech character and a more Godzilla-like Robo Dino character, right? So you've got like a, maybe a Thundertross and a Kiryu situation, but you could switch it up just a little bit to make them different and unique. You could maybe even have the Dino Megazord have some sort of maybe split-up mechanic where it turns into the 5 different Dinozords and does a thing. I don't know. I'm just spitballing at this point. But if we were to get another 2-pack for Gigabash DLC in the future that isn't Godzilla, I think this would be a good call. And of course, the other elephant and or turtle in the room is our boy, Gamera. In terms of Gamera monsters that I am aware of, the only major monsters that I've ever been made aware of in the Gamera world have been the Gyaos and Iris. I always thought Iris was such a sick monster design, and having never seen the third Gamera 90s movie, I always thought this design was just so sick, so cool for a monster, almost biblical in terms of giant monster designs. So if we were to stick with the 2-pack design moving forward in any capacity, I think Gamera and Iris would work spectacularly. And this could just be me huffing on that sweet, sweet copium, but I really, really need to see the MonsterVerse version of Godzilla and Kong come to Gigabash. If we go with a 2-pack and we want more Godzilla goodness and we want an ape-like Kong monster in Gigabash that isn't Gorogong, I think this is the perfect way to do it, especially again if you're rocking that 2-character DLC model. A couple of ideas for future 2-packs if we continue this pattern and continue down the line, but I really, really have to put my hopes and dreams out into the world so that way we could potentially manifest some more Godzilla monsters as opposed to other 2-packs from other franchises. I really wanted to see Space Godzilla again in a fighting game because I think his playstyle of using crystals in the environment, having those crystals also be extensions of his special moves. I always thought Space Godzilla was sick. I think Space Godzilla is underrated, and I really think he could work well in this game for a unique character. I also think that if we're getting a Nemesis DLC, a lot of folks have already brought up the potential for something like a Godzilla Allies DLC. I think this pack could include monsters like Mothra, Rodan, and Anguirus, who are known allies to Godzilla in his movies that could honestly fill up a 4-pack all on their own. Maybe slap Kong up in there if you want to actually get Kong up in that DLC, so who knows. But these are exciting times for Kaiju fans. It's weird to me that I get to actually cover news about Godzilla monsters being in fighting games and for it to just be, just actually substantial and an actually fun fighting game and something that's readily available and not like $300 on Amazon. These are good times. These are good times. So what do you think about King Ghidorah and Hedorah coming to Gigabash? What are some monsters you were hoping for? And what do you think the future of Gigabash DLC will look like? Comment down below and let me know. But as always, that's all I've got to say here today. Don't forget to like the video, show the algorithm some love, subscribe for more content. But as always, I've been your host all night. And do not forget to stay loved, keep loving, and have a wonderful night.